Houston, Texas, late April 2025, before any sirens, before any headlines. Everything started with a warning no one took seriously. Elizabeth Odunsi, known as Tami, was weeks away from graduating with her nursing degree. She was loved online, followed by tens of thousands on TikTok, and celebrated by family watching proudly from across the ocean. To the world, she was a rising light. But inside her apartment, something dark was already growing. Tami had been placed in student housing with a stranger, a man nearly twice her age, a man she never would have chosen. His name was Christopher Grant. According to a lawsuit filed later, the background check that should have protected her was outsourced and incomplete. If anyone had looked deeper, they would have seen a violent history, domestic violence convictions, including a felony. But Tami never saw any of that. She walked into that apartment with no warning, no context, and no protection. At first, the tension was quiet, a bad feeling you try to shake off. Then small disagreements escalated. Then fear replaced discomfort. And finally, things turned dangerous. According to the lawsuit, an argument over a cat ignited everything. Grant knocked the phone from her hand. He poured liquid on her face, and he told her she was already dead. That sentence lodged itself in her mind like ice. She immediately reported the incident. She contacted the company responsible for placing her there. She asked for help. She begged for action. A meeting was scheduled to address her safety. But when the day came, the company canceled it. No safety plan, no follow-up, nothing. Time was running out and she knew it, but she kept trying to protect herself anyway. On April 26th, Tami came home and found something disturbing. Her shoes intentionally filled with feces. She called her mother in London. Her voice was shaking. She described what she found. She confronted her roommate, and her mother listened as confusion turned into fear, and fear turned into terror. Then she heard her daughter scream, "Help! Help! Help!" And the call dropped. Hours passed with no answer. A family friend requested a welfare check. When officers arrived, they saw blood on the patio. Inside the apartment, they found Tami's body in the kitchen, stabbed nearly 30 times. Grant was inside as well, barely conscious from an attempt to take his own life. He survived long enough to be charged with her murder. 3 days earlier, Tami had posted her final TikTok. She was laughing, excited, talking about summer, talking about graduation, captioning it with, "I'm ready." For a moment, she truly believed she was stepping into the future she worked so hard for. Instead, her family flew across the ocean to collect her degree on her behalf. A degree she earned but never got to use. Her sister said something that captured the depth of their loss. "We didn't just lose Tami, she was stolen from us." And their attorney said the truth everyone was thinking. She did everything right and no one listened. So the questions remain. Why was a young nursing student placed with a man who carried a violent history? Why was her safety meeting canceled when she said she was afraid? And why did she have to die screaming into a phone before anyone finally paid attention? Her name deserves to be remembered. Her story deserves to be heard. And her life should have been protected. This is the story of Elizabeth Odunsi. A daughter, a sister, a student, a dreamer. A life stolen by negligence and a system that failed her. Say her name. Share her story. She must never fade.